Hello, everybody out there. I have a couple stories for you guys this evening. First off, I want to talk about the Xbox Series X. It is finally getting a cheaper storage expansion card. We're going to dive into that here in a little bit. And what I also want to talk about is a channel update for my YouTube. I have actually been wanting to kind of touch on some of these topics for a little while as far as my channel is concerned. So we will get into that in just a moment. So first off, we're going to focus on the Series X and the cheaper storage expansion card. So I found this story thanks to Wario64 on Twitter a few days ago. Honestly, kind of wanted to make a video about this then, but had some other things going on. So we're going to talk about this WD Black C50 expansion card that was actually spotted thanks to Wario64. It was originally listed by Best Buy, but I do not think that pre-orders for this are available yet. And Best Buy has pulled this listing from their site. But what is going to be nice about this is that it does give some competitive competition when it comes to the original and only available expansion card that was available through Seagate. So Seagate has a 1 terabyte expansion card through Series X. It was originally listed for $220, but when the story broke out about the WD pricing actually being lower, they were going to list this at $180. It looks like Best Buy decided to reduce the price of the 1 terabyte expansion for Seagate, which is now $190. What I would suggest is for anybody that is able to afford it, because I know that this isn't going to be available for everybody as far as what everybody can afford, but I would be on the lookout for WD Black's listings for when the pre-orders do go live for this, because WD Black has been pretty reliable when it comes to their read-write speeds, and we know that when it comes to multiplayer, when it comes to just loading into your games in general, the read-write speeds are dependent on how fast your loading times are. And from WD Black products, from what I have experienced, the loading times are very quick. So this will be important when it comes to multiplayer, when it comes to just loading up your games in general and just being able to get in there and start and be able to play and whatnot. Another interesting thing I did hear about the expansion cards are that they are actually able to save like your in-game timing as far as where you leave off. So if you are in the middle of a mission on a game and you decide that you have a task that you need to go complete, you need to turn the game off for a while, the expansion cards actually give you an option to be able to completely turn off your console, and then when you turn it back on, you can start exactly right where you left off, like you never left. So that's a very interesting feature that the expansion cards have. Now, if the SSDs, external SSDs, or HDDs have those options, let me know. I don't think that those are available, but from what I was reading, it looks like the expansion cards do have that little perk, so that is kind of nice. So, like I said, just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Again, this also offers price competitiveness too, because again, like we've seen with the reveal of this card actually being a little bit cheaper, like I said, Seagate has technically Best Buy has reduced the price for the 1 terabyte SSD expansion for the Series X. So if this information was informative to you, I am definitely glad to share it, because it did kind of pique my interest, because we all know how video games these days have a tendency to take up a lot of space. If we're going to name one culprit here, is definitely Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, whereas it takes up about 200 gigabytes of space. And we know that for most consoles, even base consoles like PlayStation 5, only has an available like 860 plus space. So that right there is more than a third. Yeah, that is just about a third of your space just going into Call of Duty. And it can be kind of frustrating when you know that you're filling up on space, you want to play a new game, but you don't have enough space for it, and you're kind of left with having to delete another game and or get rid of some of those amazing in-game moments that you captured in order to fit a new game into the mix. So if you guys are feeling interested in this, keep your eyes open for when the pre-orders go live, and get your pre-order while supplies last. So the last topic that I would like to talk to you guys about is just a little bit of a channel update for what I want to do going forward. Most likely what you guys have pretty much seen from me is what I would like to continue to do. But, you know, I do question sometimes when it comes to the kind of content that I put out on this channel. I do see that there is a lot more traffic when it does come to like reaction style videos, which I really enjoy doing. I love just sitting and talking about games that I'm interested in. I love to go through the trailers. I love to point things out. I love to share my own experiences and include all that with you guys when I'm talking about something that is coming or a game that I am anticipating. So I can definitely see myself, you know, doing more of those as I go forward. But, you know, also just want to come down to the fact that if there's anything that you guys would have interest in that you would like me to cover that's coming out that I also may find interesting, you know, I may decide to go ahead and do some videos in that regard if you guys would like to throw your thoughts out there when it comes to that. So even when it comes down to things like unboxings, I really love to do the unboxings, especially for games that I am interested in playing. If it is a game that I am going to be very passionate about, I'm very passionate about games like Dead Space and Resident Evil, then, you know, you're most likely going to see that energy and that effort put into those unboxings and videos and whatnot. And, you know, again, just anything that I am like dedicated to when it comes to playing and when it comes to like the style of content, I will definitely do my best to put the utmost positive energy and professionalism in the videos for you guys, so I can keep the entertainment rolling for you. On the other end of things, like when I'm talking about, you know, playthroughs, you know, the playthroughs I feel like are a little bit more challenging when it comes to this kind of content, and I think it's primarily because I do work 40 hours plus a week. I do have a full-time job, so I'm not able to 100% dedicate my time here, especially when it comes to playthroughs. So when you see videos, you know, like Resident Evil, I'm just now getting out part 2, just got part 2 out tonight, and you know, we do have like a lot of people who've actually finished this game. I haven't even finished it. I'm on chapter 7 right now, so you know, just talking about how I am having to balance, you know, my gameplay and my editing along with the job that I do every day during the week. You know, I work 4 days a week, and while I'm there, I don't really have a lot of time to be able to focus on this stuff, except maybe, you know, I love to like take notes and stuff while I'm there. So when I get home, you know, things are kind of fresh in my mind, and I can kind of, you know, get into working on things. It's like tonight, it's 3:40 a.m. in the morning. I got off work, and I was kind of wondering, you know, how I wanted to do this video. I was kind of contemplating it for most of my day. But I'm glad that I am kind of able to share with you guys, you know, what I'm thinking. I'm honestly also thinking about changing my channel name. I've had this channel name ever since I actually started YouTube, but I have been thinking about another name that I really feel like is catchy, and it's just coming down to just pulling the trigger, you know, on making it happen. So I will definitely continue to give it thought, but I think that it is probably going to be a possibility. So anybody that is new here, anybody that is returning, just be aware that that is most likely going to be a possibility. I would even say within like the next few weeks, I would say that I'm definitely looking to make that change. So if you do see that here soon, then I will make sure to update you guys like as soon as possible and say, hey, this is who I was, this is who I am now. So we'll see what happens with that. But you know, my channel just hit 400 subscribers. As you can see, you know, we have kind of dropped down a little bit, and it always does kind of have a tendency to happen when I do some of the giveaways. You know, it's just the nature of it. You know, I understand how that whole process works, but it's nice to you know, like I said, you know, put the effort that I put in to some of these videos, especially the unboxings, and then when I see the feedback and I see your guys' engagement, it really does give me that extra strength and that extra positivity to keep going, to want to stay consistent. And you know, what better choice, you know, is there to make other than to give back to, you know, the community that I'm trying to grow and give back to you guys. So that's why I do enjoy doing these giveaways, because you know, I don't make any money, you know, doing any of this kind of stuff. I am doing this, you know, because I just have a passion for it, and I love sharing my experiences. And anybody that wants to join me on those experiences, believe me, you don't know like how it makes me feel to see you guys engaging and see your reception, even when it comes down to the feedback of the channel, and whether it's positive, whether it's negative. You know, I take it as, you know, a way to learn from, you know, either mistakes that I make or things that I can get better at, and try to improve upon those, and you know, go from there and just see how things work out. So I would say, you know, like I said, going forward, I would expect a name change. Like I said, sometimes I have a tendency to just contemplate about this stuff like too much, like whether I want to pull the trigger on or whether I not, but it's likely going to happen. And I'm just going to continue to be as consistent as I can, and just, you know, again, to let you guys know that I am working full time. So I will do everything possible to stay consistent on the videos, but there are going to be times where if things do get a little too heavy, I will have to take a break here and there, you know, just to be able to replenish my energy, catch back up with things, and go strong when the next videos are ready to roll out. And plus, you know, it really does have an effect on you when, you know, you have to sit and you got to play a game, and you got to record, and you have to commentate. You have to, you know, be energized to entertain. And there have been a few times where I've kind of looked at my videos and I'm like, man, I was really tired in that. But I've always felt that I have the best energy, you know, when I'm well rested. You know, this is with just about anything, you know. So remember, if I could throw some advice out there, guys, you know, just, you know, take care of what's important, and take care of yourselves, you know, before you are just going around about, you know, sometimes we do get in a habit, you know, when it comes to us and our normal lives, and how we are always, you know, on the go. And sometimes we kind of do forget a little bit, you know, to just take a moment, relax, and yeah, and be able to just reset yourself. Sometimes it's just the best choice. Sometimes it's just best to just take a break for a while and let yourself recharge, you know, let yourself come up with some new ideas or some new strategies. And when you're ready to go at it again, you can go at it twice as hard, you're twice as energized, and you're twice as ready to bring the heat. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little video. And again, if you're new or returning, I appreciate you giving me a moment to talk about these kinds of things with you guys, because you get to see a little bit more of like the real side of me. This is just me just talking as I am, and just giving you guys a breakdown, you know, on, you know, what really does, you know, go on. If I would have to talk about just one more thing, you know, especially like when it comes to my work ethic. So, you know, right now it's 3:46 a.m. in the morning. I already worked a 10-hour day today. So tomorrow I'm going to plan on getting up. I'm going to edit this video, and then I have to go to work, and then that'll be about a 10-hour day. And then usually what I like to do is I like to come home and I just like to work again, like on videos. If I'm editing, I'll just turn on the PC. I'll do some edits for maybe about 2 hours, and then I'll get the sleep that I need to get. I'll get myself up. We're talking maybe around like 11 o'clock a.m. Get myself like a breakfast, and then work again for like another 2 hours. And I will tell you, this is one of the big things. So I work on a PC at my job, so I'm on the computer there for 10 hours a day, and then I'm on the computer here for like 2 hours here, and then when I get up I'm on the computer for like another 2 hours. So a lot of me like staring at a screen and doing all this stuff. But anyway, I mean, like I said, that's how I just feel like I've wired myself over the last like year. I would say it's been pretty solid, for just about the last year, when I have gotten back into like playing games and then editing videos and then balancing my work life and my personal life along with that. So if you guys are still here for the end, like I said, I definitely appreciate anybody who has stuck with me, over the last few months and supported my content. Anybody that is new here, I welcome you to the channel, and I promise that I will do what I can to keep you entertained and put a smile on your face, because that's the goal here, if you know what I'm talking about. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of videos like this, where I do take a moment to again, appreciate you guys for putting up with all my craziness in these videos. Like I said, just make sure to stay connected if you would like to see more of stuff like this. And if you would also like to comment down below, if you guys have any hobbies that you put a lot of time into and you're very passionate about it, share any of that with me if you guys would like to. And if you also enjoyed this real life video, make sure to put a like on it. I would definitely appreciate it. It will help with the engagement of the channel, and I will catch you guys when the next one is ready to go. Be safe and take care out there.